Hi everybody, it's Elsie from Bernina Edenvale in Sherpa Design, South Africa. We've had a freezing cold day here today. It's Sunday. It is freezing cold and I think that it snowed somewhere. That's why we've got this cold weather. You'll see I've got my scarf on because I'm dying of the cold. So I had to keep warm while I'm doing this video for you. I was going to talk about needles, but I decided that I'm going to ask Megan York from our technical department to actually join me when I do the video on needles and threads, and we're just going to have a bit of a chat on technical stuff. So she'll be joining me this coming week now. She's coming through on Wednesday. We're going to shoot the video on Wednesday for you. So look out for that video when it comes. So it's going to be a bit on the technical side so that you know what to do with your machine at home, all the troubleshooting that you need. For this week's video, all I'm going to do is just show you the intro that I did for my online course. As you know, my online course, it's my first time ever that I'm doing an online course. So it's brand new to me. And I actually started my course off with why I design. So I'm just going to play you that intro and then we will have a lovely chat again at when we chat to Megan next week on Wednesday. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. With that over, I wanted to speak to you guys, why are we designing? I have a lot of new customers that's joined now recently with the Sherpa Designs, and others of you, you've already done my module 1 with me, so I just want to go over a couple of things with you. Why are we designing? The first thing is we want a perfect fit. That is my number one thing. I don't know, you might have something else, but my number one thing is I want a perfect fit, and I want good quality. What we're getting out in the shops, and even if we sew with commercial patterns, there's just too many alterations that we have to do if we're working with commercial patterns. And you know, if you're looking, let's look at commercial patterns for instance. If they're saying, okay, you're working on a bust measurement of 100 centimeters, I might be someone that's got 100 centimeters and I'm a D cup with a narrow back. The next person is also 100 centimeters. She might be a B cup and she's got a broad back. There is just no way that that other pattern is going to fit us, either of us actually perfectly, because they're working on standard measurements and none of us are really that standard measurements. So that was one of my huge decisions why I decided to start designing, because I'm sure all of you have gone through this where you have wasted so much fabric because you just don't have time for all these alterations when you've bought a new pattern. And be like, I just want to make it now. I'm one of those. I want sometimes instant gratification, and I want to make it now because I want to wear it tomorrow. And then I end up, and I've got something that's not going to fit perfectly. So for me, that is my main reason, is I want that perfect fit every time when I'm designing. The other reason is the quality of clothing in the stores at the moment here. Quality is bad. Cynthia and I, a couple of months ago, we actually decided to go to Eastgate. We just wanted to go walk through Eastgate, just look at the shops, what's there. And we were actually surprised to see what they're putting in the shops, the quality of the fabrics, the quality of the stitching. And one of the shops, nothing matched. You couldn't mix and match. They had a funny orange color and then a funny, whatever, I can't even remember the colors. And we were like both, what are these guys thinking that's doing the buying for these shops? So that is my reasons. You might have different reasons for sewing or wanting to design, but that is mine. I want really, for me, it's not about saving money anymore or anything like that. For me, it is all about the fit. As we age, our bodies change, and that's one of the things that I would, as I said, for me, it's important when I'm sewing. Just an interesting fact, just go look a little bit. If you go Google slow fashion, it's actually interesting to start reading up on it. There is almost like a, how can I put it, people are going back to better quality or about that slower sewing. There's companies opening up. I read about one little shop in London opening up in the UK, and she's literally doing handmade garments for her customers. So we're seeing that turn almost to going to slow fashion. We don't want this quick-made, mass-produced, low-quality clothing anymore. So do yourself a favor, go look it up, slow fashion, and go read about it. The other interesting thing that's been going on, I've read about it a couple of years already, but now our big retailers are starting to fall into that, but they're calling it sustainable fashion. you know what, it's still made in a factory, it's still mass produced, they're still making thousands of something, but the advertising is turning because they know the people are starting to go to that slow movement thing now, where it's rather have better quality than quantity at the end of the day. So do yourself a favor, go read up on that. I'm going to now and then, my mind works like that. If you've done classes with me before, you'll see I'll be doing something in my class, and the next thing I just think of something and I'll say, oh, did you guys read about it? You've got to go look at that. So I'm going to do it all the time, but that's just how my mind works. So I just wanted to find out, why are you designing, and just give you the reason why I'm designing. And another reason I want to mention is, why am I designing with Schurfer Designs? A couple of years ago, well, it was actually 2016, I can't believe it's 2016 already. I've been working with so many systems. I've tried that point and pivot rulers. I've tried even my label from Bernina. I tried Lutherlo, which I bought in the 90s. There's just so many systems I've tried. And at that stage, we still got the Australian Stitches magazine, or dressmaking magazine in South Africa. And I saw all these articles coming up that Linda did with the Schurfer Designs. And the one that actually stayed with me is, she did a pants, they did a comparison on pants patterns, and they had all these systems. And the best one, according to them, was Schurfer Designs. So I started Googling Schurfer Designs, and I thought, okay. And then I started following Glenda, started watching her videos and that. And then in 2016, because at my Bernina shop, I had so many customers with the dressmaking that comes to me and say, help me with fit. I can't get this pattern to fit. And eventually I thought, I can't work with these patterns anymore. I've got to do something about it. And I emailed Linda and asked her, would she be interested in having an agent in South Africa? And that's actually where our whole relationship started. So that was just a bit of background for you, how we started, because I really started looking, and when I started looking at these videos, I just thought, wow, this is an amazing system. And when I saw the adjusted bust template, how you don't have to do full bust adjustments anymore, I thought, that is just great. So that is how it became that we do Schurfer Designs in South Africa, and we are getting a bigger following at the moment. I'm finding more and more dressmakers are actually wanting to do this, and what I'm enjoying, we're getting more and more young people also wanting to design. So I just wanted to give you a bit of background why I decided on the Schurfer Designs, because I have literally tried everything on there. I'm sure you guys have also heard locally of the Italian dressmaking system and all that. So there is lots of systems, and believe me, I looked at all of them, and for me, this was the best way for me to go forward. And that's why I'll be offering all my designing classes I'm going to be offering is using the Schurfer Design system.